calling them kind of mate nights now. Do you think that they are as important as date nights? We often talk about date nights. Should we make more of an effort? Do you make an effort with your friends? Do you think that's important?
Yes, I try to. But I think the thing to remember as well, when it's really good friends, and I always remember this as well, when you're younger and on the dating scene and all that, when you do meet someone, you do, and you think you love them and this is the one, you do become wrapped. You want to be with them every minute of the day. And I think a good friend will go, OK, let her get this out of her system. She'll soon get bored and come back to me. Yeah. You know, or he'll soon get on her nerves and she'll come and moan about it to me. And I think good friends accept that of one another. I think it's quite a dodgy situation if you start to feel the jealousy. You know, if you think, oh, my friend's starting to be a bit jealous now of me leaving her out. And I don't think that's a good friend, but I do think it's important to not completely just drop your friends.
Drop your friends,
you know,
and I think we probably all
definitely
made that
with you for life.
mistake when we were younger. I certainly did when I was younger. Angela Griffin, the actress Angela Griffin's done an interview, and she said, your female friendships are absolutely of equal importance as your marriage, which is quite a statement. She said, you know, just like a marriage, you need to put the effort into your friendships. I do think that's true, because it's quite hard to keep up with your friends. I mean, I've got a very small core. I've got lots of acquaintances, but a very small core of really good friends. And it does take a big effort from all of us. You know, we don't live in the same place. You know, when then you have children and people's jobs, it's really hard for us to get together. But when we do, it's so worth it. And we've been through our lives through marriages and divorce and births and deaths, and you know, and we've laughed and cried. And I think it is important to make the time, but it's not always easy, is it?
No, it's not. I think especially like I mean, you see when you're younger and stuff, and I do totally understand when my friends meet new lads that they're excited and things like that, and I get it. I'm happy for them, but at the same time, what I tell some of the girls when they're sort of like obsessing over lads and relationships, they find someone new, it's that your friendships, your girls were here beforehand and will be there afterwards as well. You know what I mean? I think they are. Girls' relationships with your girls are just as important as the ones with your partner. It's like they say on the sex talk.
But I think relationships with your gay friends are just as important. I think a true friend is someone that will tell you when you're behaving really badly, you're boring.
You sound like you've had experience.
I have had. Yes,
like a flashback there.
But I have a group of friends I've known, you know, since I was at college. I still go on holiday with them. And, yeah, we live all over the place. But, you know, some live, you know, hundreds of miles away. But I make that effort, and emails make it easier to say hi and, you know, to keep in touch that way. But another thing that I do, it did make me laugh, this 5'2" Beckham thing, because I think, speaking from personal experience and given my personality defects, that it works the other way round for me. 2 nights in with your other half and 5 nights out with that way, you're always pleased to see them. Healthier. You know.
What about if you lose a friendship? Have you lost a friendship? That's hard,
I lost a friend, and you know, I wrote a book years ago saying life's too effing short, and in it I said one of the things that you must do is get rid of toxic friends, of friends that take more than they give, and friends that just moan and are demanding.
People are going, they've all got one.
Well,
we've all got the toxic friend.
You see, I said back then, that was 2004, I wrote, when, you know, when people are draining you, edit them out. But then it happened to me, and one of my closest friends, a friend that I'd known since I was 21, one day, she was supposed to have supper with me and she didn't turn up, and she sent a letter saying, I'm sorry, I don't want to see you anymore. I just can't come. And she's never spoken to me since. And I've spoken to her husband. I wrote her a begging letter saying, I can't believe this is happening. Begged her to remain my friend, and she won't speak to me. And part of the reason is that I make her feel a failure.
She said that.
He said that, and I can't do anything about that. That's the way.
That's her issue, not your problem.
I know, but it doesn't make it any better.
No, it's
because if I go back through my life, there are all the photos of her and me together, going on endless walks, going on holiday together, going through our various husbands together, and still staying friends.
That was a long journey.
A long journey, yeah. Round and round about a few times. Anyway, but we're not.
But a
friends.
real friend would be thrilled for how successful you are and how strong
Yeah, but
you are.
some friends do
genuine
get
friend.
do feel threatened, and you have to not rub it in their faces.
What about
because
you,
we've all
Vicky?
got
Because,
friends with less money.
you've become very well known very quickly. Have you lost a few friends along the way, do you think?
Not so much. Like, I've got a brilliant group of friends that I've had from when I was young, like school, first jobs, etc. And they remain up in Newcastle, and they have chosen like predominantly a totally different path to me. They're getting engaged, they're having babies, they're getting houses, and all those things just aren't on my radar. But we remain very close and very happy for each other. And although at times where schedules conflict, we're so many miles away.
You might not see each other for months.
But when we do, we're always so supportive and so excited of each other's different journeys. It's like we've never been apart.
But I think that says a lot about good friends, doesn't
Yeah.
it? That you could go
But I'm
months
sure
and months and months a year. One of my
people be
friends lived in
watching and be
India for 2
lonely.
years.
Don't you think we should spare a thought for the people watching who are lonely, who listening to us all warble on about all our friends, and they'll be saying, "Oh, it's all right for you lot sitting in the TV studio. How can I make friends?" Because loneliness really affects your health.
For more Loose Women action, click here. And I'd subscribe if I were you. It's totally free, and it means you'll be kept up to date with new videos and exclusive YouTube content.